Brothwell if she's had any amateur fights yet, but that is our next fight as they get the ring ready. Clean up, crew. Clean up on aisle 3.
You know, I wanted to say, later on in the night, we have that female fight, Erin Hart fighting. And she's had such a tough time in Florida trying to find fights. She's 2-time Abu Dhabi world champion, with jiu-jitsu champion. So she's pretty legit on the ground. She's 2-0 as an amateur. In Florida, you have to have 5 amateur fights before you turn pro. So it's been very difficult for her to be able to get those amateur fights with that jiu-jitsu background. So her first opponent that we lined her up to fight in Maine, backed out. She had an injury or something. And so, Erin was kind of fed up with it. She's like, you know what? And her coach, Matt Arroyo, was a UFC vet. He told me, he says, how about you do this, Al? He says, we'll fight a guy or a girl in the amateur division at 135. And they were ready to take on a guy or a girl. And I didn't know if the commission would let that happen in the amateurs or not. I guess, they let girls wrestle guys in high school. It's amateur. So I thought it was pretty funny that they were just so fed up with not being able to get fights because of her jiu-jitsu background that she's like, I'm ready to fight a guy.
And the woman, that's in the pro division, right?
Right. Yeah. So now she's going to be slingshot. This actually works in her favor. She says she's going to fight a pro fight in Maine. Now she's automatically a pro in Florida. She doesn't have to, hunt down the amateurs. So It's going to open up doors for her.
Yeah. And Jamie Driver, the woman she's fighting, and this is later on in the night, is coming up from Philadelphia to fight. So you got someone from Philly, someone from Tampa coming all the way to Portland, Maine to be a part of Toe-to-Toe 3 to get the fight that they both want.
Absolutely. And this fight really, you could see this fight. This could be, you might see this as a rematch in the UFC one day.
Well, I watched their promo video as they both were getting ready for this fight, and I wouldn't fight either one of them. I wouldn't fight anybody. I certainly wouldn't fight them. I think it'd be over real quick. But they both look more than ready for tonight's action.
I was speaking to Erin's father, Mr. Harp, and he said he's had Erin on the mat since she was like 4 years old. So,
all right, we are ready for our second fight of the night. Again, it's in the 130-pound amateur division. And our first fighter coming in is, I believe, going to be out of the blue corner. I think this is Christine Brothwell.
She looks focused, doesn't she?
She does have the blue gloves on.
Talking to Marcus about Rachel, he's really excited about this girl. Said he's expecting big things out of her.
Again, just for those that might be watching this for the first time, we understand the difference between amateurs and pros. Any difference at all between rules-wise, females versus males, or are they playing on the same field?
Same field.
I kind of touched on it earlier, but the one thing that I really have been impressed with this sport, as I am new to it as well, is the attention to medical, the attention to the fighters, the attention that they're not just the referees play, but the pre-fight stuff. As soon as the fights are over, they really do a nice job attending to the fighters and making sure that everybody's taken care of. Christine Brothwell is in the ring. And the aforementioned Rachael Joyce will come in next. She is out of Team Irish in Bangor, trained by former UFC superstar Marcus Davis, Bangor, Maine's very own. And here comes Rachael Joyce. Has that same look of focus you were talking about that Christine Brothwell had. There's Marcus Davis behind her. Spoke to Rachael a little bit before the fights tonight. Soft-spoken and polite and a nice smile, and not someone you think is about to go in there and try to tear someone's head off.
The thing about you go on a date with that girl, you don't got to worry about her dad. You got to worry about her. Right? Yeah, she's a sweet little girl, but Marcus says she's a killer.
Well, we're about to find out. That first fight of the night will be tough to top. That was a heck of a fight. Nice crowd tonight, Mr. Berube.
You know what? It's come a long way in our fourth show.
I mean, we were here for the first one at the Expo.
Yeah. Yeah, we're excited. Every show we get a little bit bigger. We tweak a couple things. We change a couple things, and we're learning. You know, we're going to really build something that I think everyone will be able to appreciate one day.
Well, we are happy at News Center Sports to be a part of it, as we are all about what goes on in our backyards, and this is a sport that Mainers love.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
we're happy to be a small part of it as well.
Brought to you by the folks at Godspeed Apparel. First, the fighter to my right in the KB Construction blue corner. 5'3", weighed in at 126 pounds in her amateur debut. From Derry, New Hampshire, fighting for the Bucket Brigade, Christine Brothwell. And the fighter to my left in Ray's red corner, 5'8", 130 pounds, also her amateur debut. From Bangor, Maine, fighting for Team Irish, Rachael Joyce.
Both fighters making their amateur debuts, both with the same look. They almost could be sisters.
I know, right?
They look a lot alike. Luckily, the blue and the red will help me tell them apart.
It's great to see Kevin McDonald in there, our referee. He, you know, refs UFC fights.
Sure. And here we go. Our second fight of the night is underway. It's funny to see Rachael Joyce as a southpaw, since that's what Marcus Davis was as a boxer. If she chose that, or she had no, maybe he told her she had to.
This is how he teaches.
A couple short left hands to the head there by Joyce that got through.
Yeah.
Joyce is.
They're back and forth, fighting off the cage.
Yeah.
Throwing some mean body shots with the knees.
Seems like Joyce has a little bit of a size advantage. She's been trying to push Brothwell around.
They got that lock. Whoa.
Almost got Brothwell to the ground, Joyce did. They've been clinched since about the first 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's been quite a struggle.
Each one trying to get the advantage on the other, both doing a nice job not letting them have it.
He's probably going to break them up pretty quick and make them get back to the middle.
Both expending a lot of energy too, Alan.
Yeah, this is a difficult position
This
to
is
be
a draining,
in for either one of them.
Yeah, a draining position for both.
Because you're tense the entire time you're holding.
And there's a good takedown by Joyce.
To a mount.
Brothwell quick to get on her side.
Yeah, she needs to sneak out the back door right there. Back to her guard. She's in a half guard. She's got this death grip on her since they rang the bell, right?
Yeah, Joyce's strategy has been pretty clear so far. She has not let her, Brothwell, get more than 1.5 inches away since they started this thing.
So Rachael gets her back to full guard. She needs to open her guard up, put her feet on the hips, and try to push Christine away.
10 seconds to go, less than 10 seconds in the opening round of the fight. Tough round to score, but Joyce did have that takedown, which you mentioned back in the first fight, and something the judges sometimes look for.
Yeah,
and if you had to pick a winner of the round, I guess I would go with Joyce, based on that alone.
Yep.
as we move further into these shows, it'd be fun to put a mic in the corner so we can hear what the corners are telling each other.
You know, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, there's a couple things we're going to probably try in the next show.
What do you want me to do? Really?
Just saying. I'd like to hear what he's telling her right now. You know, could put a mic on him.
Mic him up.
The director of our broadcast just had a heart attack. Doesn't want to have anything else to do.
But you can see that Marcus was giving her a lot of information in the corner.
All right, round 2 of our 3-round fight. Second fight of the night, 130-pound weight class. Both amateur debuts. Rachael Joyce and Christine Brothwell. Joyce tries to touch gloves. Brothwell's like, no, I'd rather just touch your face. And Rachel's like, okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it that way.
Back to the clinch on the cage. I think Rachael might have clipped her with one of those punches, and she changed her mind. She didn't want to stand up anymore. Let's clinch it up and go to the ground.
Brothwell has been more active with the knees in both the first and the second round.
You really got to keep an eye on which one they, like you said, they do look a lot alike.
Joyce tried to take down, missed, and now Brothwell had an opportunity, but Rachael did a nice job getting back on her feet.
Defending it, yes.
Took a shot and missed, but didn't really pay for it.
Oh, those never feel good in the thigh.
No, Brothwell has been the more active with the legs. Joyce thought about a takedown there. Couldn't quite get Brothwell over. Tries again, can't get her over. Now they're up face to face up against the cage. And
yeah, she was trying to muscle her over.
Joyce trying to punch her way out of it. She does.
Boy, she's got some nice straight punches. That's definitely a Marcus Davis.
Brothwell ate a right hand as well on her way in.
Whoa,
now
nice,
a big
right
left by
chin.
Joyce. Now Joyce takes one in return.
Yeah, they're trading.
And now she takes another one, and now Brothwell's in trouble. And that's it.
Yeah. Finishes it off.
That's it. They exchanged punches.
Marcus is right.
And Brothwell lost the exchange. So Rachael Joyce took one, but she gave one that was a little bit better, and that was it for Christine Brothwell. And again, I'll go back to it because I think it's important. The referee wasting literally no time. As soon as he saw that Christine Brothwell was in trouble, that was it. No reason to sit there and watch her take more punishment.
Yeah, well, he's got, our referee has a lot of experience. He knows when someone's injured. He did the right thing.
Yeah, and that's important to know, to have that. Christine Brothwell still not quite sure where she's at. Little woozy.
Part of the game.
Rachael Joyce, out of respect, has not overly celebrated her victory as she's waiting to make sure that Christine Brothwell is okay.
Yeah, that's some good sportsmen. Look at how happy Marcus is. You know what? When you're a coach and your student gets a win like that, you feel like it's just as much your win as it is theirs.
Well, you teach, and then this is your test, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in the gym is class.
Yes.
In the ring is the test.
Yeah.
And you either pass your test or you fail.
Yeah.
So as a teacher, to see your student pass a test, that must be a real good feeling.
It sure is. Good for Marcus. Good for Marcus and Rachael. She has some nice, crisp, straight right, straight left. Bang, 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 bang.
Well, I mean, the impressive thing is the punch that she delivered that ended up winning the fight came right after she took one clean to the face as well. So it's one thing to be able to dish it out, but she obviously showed she could take it.
Absolutely.
And Christine Brothwell is to her feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing match by these two athletes. Your winner at 1 minute and 48 seconds of the second round by knockout. In the red corner, Rachael Joyce.
All right.
See the two teams exchanging pleasantries. That's an impressive win by Rachael Joyce in her amateur debut. Again, these are moments that these kids won't forget.
Absolutely not.
Christine Brothwell still doesn't look 100%
Yeah, she looks a little
stable right now.
Yeah, she looks a little twisted.
She took quite a shot. She is being checked out by medical immediately, as every fighter is, winners and losers, as soon as they step out of the cage. That's a
Safety
picture that
first.
goes on the wall right there.
Oh, absolutely.
That's an on the
Your
wall
first win,
picture.
Yeah. It's definitely safety first.